Rounding whole numbers. Whole numbers are counting numbers, it starts with 0 and it continues 1, 2, 3, 4 until infinity. So whole numbers cannot be decimals or negative. And then let's go over place value. So we have this very large number on the bottom, as you can see right here. What we do when we start with place value, we start on the far right. So this 7 is considered the ones place. Then we move to the left, just one over to the 6, and this place is our tens value. Then we have hundreds. And then you'll see right here we have a comma. This separates to the next section, which would be considered the thousands. So it's kind of just a indicator that we are moving on to the next kind of grouping. So we have thousands. And then what's really nice is that you can see some patterns here. So this 3, it's kind of like the 6. We have 10,000s here. And then we have and then we have 100,000s here. And then we have another comma. So this separates the thousands to the millions. So this one is in the millions place value. And then the last thing we want to cover is rounding rules. So if we are between the numbers 0 to 4, we round down. And if we're between 5 to 9, we round up. So let's kind of go and apply all these rules to our example. Example 1. Jeremy is checking the odometer of the car. It reads 58,893 miles. Round to the nearest hundreds. Let's go to our hundreds place value. We start with the ones place, which is the 3, the 9, which is the tens, and then we have hundreds. So since we are looking to round there, we're going to underline that. Now the thing about rounding is we look at the next digit to the right. So we're going to circle the 9. This 9 will be the indicator if we round up or if we round down. So remember, if it's between 0 to 4, we round down, and if it's between 5 to 9, we round up. So we can look at this 9, and we see that it is under this 5 to 9 category of range because it's a 9. So we're actually going to round this 8 to 9. So what happens is we becomes 58,000, and then this goes up because this right here, this 9 tells us to round up for the hundreds. And then anything after what we've rounded is going to become a 0. So this is our final answer. So let's look at another example. Now Jeremy wants to round the odometer reading of 58,893 miles to the nearest 10,000. So what we would do is we're going to write this out again. We will have our rules right here. 0 to 4, we round down. 5 to 9, we round up. Now let's count the place values. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000s. So this is what we are looking to round. And so when we look to round, we look at the next digit to the right to see if we round up or down. Now we see that's an 8. Now 8 falls into this category, so that means we're going to round up. So that means that this 5 is now going to be rounded up. So we go from 5, we round up to the 6, and then anything after what we rounded, we become zeros. So this is our final answer. So let's look at one more example. In a different vehicle, the odometer reads 137,824 miles. Round to the nearest tens. And then we're also going to round to the nearest thousand on the same number. So let's do the tens first. So we have 137,824. So we're rounding to the nearest 10. So we have this number and we're looking to the next digit to the right to see if we round up or down. So we have 0 to 4, we round down. 5 to 9, we round up. So for this number 4, it's between this 0 to 4. So we're actually going to round down. When we say we round down, we're going to go like this. We're going to go A. And then we actually just keep it because that's the nearest tens spot would be 20. And then anything after the 2, we change to 0. So this is for the tens. And now it's the nearest 1,000. We will do the same. So we have this number here. We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So we will underline the 1,000 because that's where we're rounding. We're going to look to the next digit to the right to see if we round up or if we round down. Now this 8 is between 5 to 9. So that means we are rounding up. So this new number becomes that 7 goes to 8 and everything after becomes zeros.